So we're here at the Great Northern Mall parking lot. And I just had a conversation with Steve, who's walking over to Mark's right now, and he remembers being here as a child and hunting pheasant and rabbits. And when this was all just woods and pastures and farm. And he said things have slowed down, they've stopped. The machine is broken and we're learning how to fix it. We're realizing how interdependent we are upon one another. I've never stood in the spot, the Great Northern Mall parking lot. I'm used to kind of racing through here along with everybody else, and it's kind of a chaotic environment on most days, but now, as Steve said, things have stopped. There's a space that's kind of created for us to look at things differently, whether it's a parking lot or our own heart, our own family, our own work. This morning I talked to a friend of mine who's helping me to unload produce and canned goods and frozen items from the Cleveland Food Bank. Tonight we'll be distributing it at the church from 5:30 to 6:30. So if you know of somebody, if you yourself are in need of food or help or assistance, stop by the church. It'll be a drive-through. We'll give you a bag of groceries, a frozen meal for you to have to help you in this time. But I was talking to my friend who's into metal music, and he's going crazy because he's not able to go to these concerts. And he himself is realizing the need that he has for community. And he said, I don't think God created this virus, but I think God is saying, wake up, world. Wake up to how you're hurting this planet by our polluting and our littering. Wake up to how we're hurting each other with how violent we are at times. Wake up to how we're hurting our bodies by the bad things that we eat. Wake up to how we're hurting our children by not spending time with them and caring for them and supporting them. Wake up to how we're hurting our minds by the crazy things we think about. This conversation took about an hour, and every one of these points, my friend had something more to say, and I was leaning into it. But what I picked up on was how much he's hoping that through this whole situation, we will together wake up and maybe create a little space to think differently and see each other in a new light. Realize, as Steve said, how interdependent we are. Henry Nouwen wrote about spiritual discipline. And he says that spiritual discipline means preventing everything in your life from being filled up. Preventing everything in your life from being filled up. Discipline means that somewhere you're not occupied and certainly not preoccupied. In the spiritual life, discipline means to create that space in which something can happen that you hadn't planned or counted on. Creating space. Paul writes to the Philippians, rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Let your gentleness be evident to all. The Lord is near. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition with thanksgiving present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or worthy of praise, think about such things. And whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. May the God of peace be with you.